What's up, everyone? Van Man, back at you with another video. Like, share, subscribe. Hey, uh, oh my God. Mm. That's terrible. Short-term memory, something else. But anyway, this video, this video is about, this video is about weather by region. It is what it is. I say that to say this. In the United States, we as Americans we're all Americans, but we live in what's called different regions of the United States, be it the Southeast, which is Tennessee, Alabama, Georgia, Mississippi, I think Louisiana, Florida. Shout out Florida. You get it? Midwest, Ohio, Michigan, Missouri, Kansas, Wisconsin, West Coast, California, Vegas, Arizona, and then you got you get the meaning. So each region in where we reside, because we all are in those regions either because of where we pick, where we decide to live, through tradition, birth, heritage, whatever, you're there. So you accept the downsides, for the lack of a better word, of those regions versus the upsides. For examples, in recent news in the southeast, you know, deep southeast, as far as Florida, you deal with hurricanes, tornadoes, such as that nature. In the southeast, you deal with hurricanes, tornadoes. They go as far as the hurricanes go as far as the southwest, all the way out to Texas. So then, you know, in the Midwest, you're gonna deal with anywhere from very hot temperatures to what they're really known for in the Midwest is very, very, very cold temperatures. So you're going to deal with that if you're in the Midwest. If you're on the West Coast, you're going to deal with earthquakes, what else? Monsoons. As far as my knowledge right now goes of the West Coast, but you dig, those of you all who live in the West Coast, reside on the West Coast, it has its perils. Well, I say this to say I say that to say this is that wherever you decide to live in these United States, they all have their perils. They all have their downsides. They all have their dangers. They all have their life-threatening, you know, their downsides to the extreme could be life-threatening. That means in Florida, their downside is hurricanes. To the extreme, with Helene and Milton, they can be very life-threatening. And the Midwest, where you more subject to, well, you know, not so much as hot weather, but you can have hot weather, but they're subject to, because they're subject to cold weather, very extreme cold temperatures. You can be subject to very life-threatening extreme cold temperatures. The West Coast with life-threatening, you can have a hell of with wildfires. That's what I meant to say. Wildfires. They're to the extreme. You have wildfires that are very life-threatening. Earthquakes that are life-threatening. The Northeast, blizzards, cold weather, to the extreme, very life-threatening. So I say that to say this is that with the United States being such what we call a melting pot, well, you can choose where you want to be. That's the beautiful thing about this country, is that you can choose the primary climate that you like. Me, I love Florida because it's primarily warm all year. Downsides, mugginess, mosquitoes, yeah, but I can feel my fingers and toes. In January, you know what I'm saying? February, I can feel my fingers and toes. In Florida, I can't do that in Michigan. So that's for me. So with all that said, it's the beautiful thing about America, where you have you can choose. Man, choose what you want. What you want? Do you want 4 seasons? where, I don't know, you freeze your ass off 3 months out of the year, really 6 months. But, have some hot weather, or do you want to have one where you have, you sweating your ass off most of the year, and, a few months out of the year, man, it's just pretty, very nice, very nice. But it's always warm. Or do you want rainy, cloudy, still have the 4 seasons, but it's just, cloudy, get a lot of rain in the Pacific, Northwest. Get a lot of precipitation and rain, which is, whatever. Or do you want Mediterranean weather where, it's arid, but the temperatures are very great, it's awesome, California. What do you want? What do you want? You know what I'm saying? And that's the beautiful thing about living a van life, is that I can experience whatever I want. You know what I'm saying? And I can work in areas where it's very, like, I come from an area where in the summertime, man, it's almost unbearable. So I can move to an area where the summertime it's hot, but it's more bearable. And then, but those places where in the summertime it's hot, but it's more bearable, it's unbearable in the wintertime. So I can go back to where it's bearable, close to paradise in the wintertime. And that's the beautiful thing of being, of living a nomadic life. But, like I said, this video right here is, I may have rambled off on a little tangent or whatever, but I'm saying everything to say is like, the beautiful thing about living in America is, man, so many regions, so many, especially if you live this life of freedom of vehicle dwelling. It takes a special person to do that. Let me tell you that, for one. You gotta be a special person to live in this small space and still function out here in society, as to where people who live in sticks and bricks can look at you and never tell that you're a vehicle dweller. That takes a special person. You know what I'm saying? We live this life where you can get this life so down packed, so, man, you can work this thing so to the point where, and it's not hard. It's not hard. But for those of us, hey, if you know, you know. You know what I'm saying? What's known, what's already known don't have to be said. So, yeah. But, yeah, man, that's the beautiful thing about living in this country, man. You pick where you want to be. What's your weather? You like hot weather, you like cold weather, you like hot, cold, you like a mix. How you want it? So that's one of the beauties of, for me, man, that's what this thing about life, man. There's no rules. There's no rules. I don't know how else to, man, there ain't no rules to this. You know what I'm saying? There's no rules to this. Especially if you're single and you just, all you looking after is you. There's no rules. So make it up. That's what I do. Man, all this shit is made up, man. You know, hey, you know, I've created it, and I'm creating more because I made up the decision years ago to I custom fit my life. But I'm not. That's as far as I'm gonna go on this video right here. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna put the microphone back on the stand. Exit stage left. I appreciate you for listening. I appreciate you for taking time out your day and listening to me ramble. Hope you got some out of this video. If you did, please hit the like button, share, subscribe. As always, Van Man, I'm headed